What's up, everybody? In this video, I've got 5 free picks for you, and they're big time entries. They're on the Sleeper Fantasy app. They're not just risk $10 to win $10. No, I've got a $10 that wins $272, $10 to win $525, $10 to win $51. This is kind of the safe play right here. Okay, if this one hits, we're good. We make $1 profit, worst case scenario on the day. That covers all the other ones. And then this one right here, we're going to end the video with a big one. You're going to want to stick around for that. I'm so fired up. Sleeper Fantasy is taking this weekend seriously, just as they should. It's one of the greatest stretches of football in the year. You've got Thursday is Thanksgiving. You got Thanksgiving Day football all day with Ole Miss, Mississippi at night. It should be Texas versus Texas A&M. Next year, Texas will be in the SEC. And this will be the last Thanksgiving without that rivalry game. Dude, this has been the best year ever for college football, and we're getting Texas versus Texas A&M next year. Just thought of that, and I'm excited. Now, the foundation of these plays, in the spirit of Thanksgiving and Black Friday, Sleeper Fantasy has given us 4 discounted props. They've actually given us 5 because Tua is not in the image shown here. But the rules state that you can only put $10 on each, and you have to spread them out. You can't do them all in one play. So that's why I've put one of the promos with each of my 5 plays. Now, before I get into the plays, I wanted to show you guys my stand store. I sell VIP picks. If you're new to the channel, I'm up over 240 units on the year. I have won so much on my VIP that Underdog Fantasy banned me, and Underdog Fantasy changed the rules of their game for everyone because we were just kicking their ass so hard. And I don't want to get too crazy on YouTube. I don't want to get demonetized. But we slaughtered Underdog Fantasy to the point where they banned everybody, limited everybody. I mean, it is a mess. But look, we've got some great places to play. We've got Prize Picks. We've got BETR. We've got Sleeper Fantasy. $150 gets you the rest of 2023. All college football, all NFL. If I start throwing some NHL in there, you're going to get NHL and NBA as well. But we've got a lot of time left in 2023 for you guys to make money. And I'm extremely confident that if you invest the $150 in my picks, you are going to get that back this weekend right away. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to get it back right away because I've got a huge weekend ahead. Now, I sold this out. I launched this earlier. I wanted to restock 100 slots. A lot of people hit me up about it. And honestly, man, it creates more work for me, but it's not the end of the world. And obviously, I want to make money off the $150. That's why I'm here, to make money, just like you guys are here. But yeah, it's going to give a lot of you guys an opportunity to really turn your small bankrolls into huge bankrolls and make thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars, depending on your unit size, right? So let's get back to my Microsoft sheet or Microsoft Word sheet, whatever it is. A little bit of news here before we get into the picks. Prize Picks has finally said that's enough of you, SBE. We're going to lower your limits to $25. Come on, man, $25, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. And I wasn't even killing them too bad. I only made a couple grand the last few weeks. I wasn't even killing them or anything. But I think my clients slaughtered them. I don't know, man. They're cracking down on winning accounts. It is what it is. Their business. Respect to Prize Picks. You know, as always, use promo code SBE if you get Prize Picks. But that sucks, man. $25, that ain't enough. That just ain't enough. I want more action. So right here, Sleeper Fantasy. Get the Sleeper Fantasy app. Use promo code LAMBO. And shoot me a text message. And I'll get you a little Christmas gift early. If you celebrate Christmas, an early Christmas gift. If you don't celebrate Christmas, a Thanksgiving Day gift. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, a Black Friday gift. Whatever you want. I'm giving you a gift for free, guys. For free. It's a digital gift. And who knows? Maybe it's money. Maybe it's Bitcoin. You never know. Get the Sleeper Fantasy app. Use promo code LAMBO. And they're going to double your first deposit up to $100. So if you put 100 in, you're going to get 200. And then you're going to get to slam all of the promos. Here's the first one. Tua Tagovailoa over 185 yards. That's free. The whole build is around this play right here, okay? My reasoning on the LSU boys against Texas A&M It should be a competitive enough game where LSU has to put their foot on the gas, but also doesn't take their foot off. Like, I think A&M can push them a little bit. But really, if it's a blowout, what we learned last weekend is LSU has 3 losses. The significance of having 3 losses in college football is you're playing for nothing. You're literally just playing for pride and to have fun with the guys and to finish the season strong. They're going to get a bowl game. I'm going to bet on them in the bowl game, of course. But, like, this is our second to last chance to take LSU. And what we saw last weekend is they're not playing for a championship this season, unfortunately, but their quarterback is at the front of the Heisman race. So is Bo Nix on Oregon, who we're also pairing this up with. I just like Oregon's receivers, guys. Tez Johnson and Troy Franklin have been money all year. I feel like they've hit their overs on this like 8 out of 10 times. I mean, they are not missing. Bo Nix is feeding them. And even if Bo Nix doesn't throw for 300 yards, even if he throws for like 220, there's a really high probability that Franklin and Johnson get their yards here. So I put them in. I'm hoping that game with Oregon State is competitive, and I'm hoping that the Ducks play strong the full 4 quarters. But we've seen these 2 receivers hit these numbers in the first half. They're just 2 of the best receivers in college football. Same thing with Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. down here. But like I said, I really think LSU, what they're playing for is getting their quarterback the Heisman Trophy before. I don't know if he has 1 more year left. I know he's played 5 years, but I don't even understand the eligibility rules. He might have 1 more year left. I don't even know. But they're going for that Heisman Trophy. And I don't think A&M's going to stop Daniels from throwing for 3 touchdowns. If he throws for 3 touchdowns, he's probably going to hit Malik Neighbors for 1 of them deep, and that's going to be 50 yards for Neighbors. Neighbors has gone over this, I think, at 5 of the last 5. So a little LSU grouping, a little Oregon grouping, and then Tua over 185 should be easy money. That's $10 to win 270. Now we're going for a bigger long shot. This one I'm not as confident in. I'm not as excited about as the last one. The last one's definitely my favorite. But if you look at San Francisco and Seattle, I think San Francisco is going to have their way with Seattle's defense. Purdy has been thrown for 2 touchdowns every game recently, and he's been feeding Ayuk and Kittle. The only time Ayuk didn't go over was when Kittle had like an 80-yard reception and he kind of stole all the yards away. And the idea here is, if we're going to take 3 San Francisco players, we're going to assume Ayuk and Kittle have a good game and Purdy has a good game. Well, if they put up a lot of offense and a lot of points, it's going to force the Seahawks to have to match that. So, like, what I'm thinking is, if the 49ers put up, say, 31 points, the Seahawks might not beat them, but the Seahawks will at least put up, like, 21, 24 points to keep it close. So, if we're taking San Francisco, we want to take Seattle, too. And same thing the other way around. So, we have Dak to get 1 yard. Obviously, that's going to hit. Then when you look at this is all 6 players from the same game. We've got all of Geno's receivers here. And honestly, it's hard to pair up Geno touchdowns with this, but you could throw Geno touchdowns in there. I was content with just taking his receivers. My hope is that the 49ers will score a ton of points. They'll throw deep touchdowns to Ayuk and Kittle, and then that's going to force the Seahawks to pass the ball all 4 quarters. And if Geno's not back, if it's Locke in there, I think Geno should be back, but if Locke's in there, I mean, same thing. Locke will throw interceptions, but he'll throw for 300 yards. That's the type of quarterback he is. So I really like Seattle receivers. I wouldn't be opposed to just doing 2 Seattle receivers. If there's one of them that you really are worried about, like Metcalf or Njigba, you can take them out. For me, my most confidence probably Lockett, but the Seahawks are a team where it's kind of like all 3 of them could go over, 2 of 3 could go over. You know, I mean, depending on how Geno spreads the ball out. But the idea here is Thursday night, Thanksgiving's over. We're getting ready for Black Friday. We're getting ready to go hunt the deals and get the discounts at the mall. Let's see a shootout. I don't want to see a boring game. I want to see a shootout. It's $10 to win 500. Let's go for the home run shot. Here's the safe play, the safest play of the weekend. Man, that's a beautiful play. You know what? If you want another safe play, what I would recommend as an alternative to this is take the LSU trio or take the Oregon duo here as well. But the idea here is with Tua is if he throws 2 touchdown passes, which he typically always does, one of them typically is a long pass to Tyreek Hill. So if Tua's throwing touchdowns and one of them's a deep pass to Tyreek, well, that means Tyreek is probably going to get 30 to 50 yards off that one reception. Meaning, if we assume Tua gets touchdowns, Tyreek's probably going to go over on yardage, right? And even anytime you take a guy to get touchdowns, that means his offense just drove all the way down the field. Usually like a 60 to 80 yard drive are touchdown drives. Depending on field possession, it could be lower. But if Tua's getting touchdown passes, Tyreek's going to get more than 76 yards. And then Brock Purdy, this is a promo. It's 189 yards. That should be easy money. So it's 10 to win 51. Now, I want you guys to know the money management strategy we're using here. If this play hits, it covers everything. So if we lose everything but this hits, we're good. And if you use promo code Lambo, use the link that's in the description of this video, get Sleeper and use promo code Lambo, they'll double whatever you put into the app. So this is kind of our safety play right here. Now here's another aggressive play, but a pretty highly probable play here. What we're doing here is we're saying that the Packers aren't going to score a ton of touchdowns against the Lions, right? We think the Packers might get 2 touchdowns or 3. If we assume the Packers go out and put up 17 points, which is what Vegas expects them to do in this game, that means they're getting 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal. So if Jordan Love throws for 2 touchdowns, that leaves Dylan with 0 touchdowns available. Now, you can do this and alternate them. I would say if Dylan gets a rushing touchdown, you can make that same argument. Well, hey, if Dylan's eating one of the touchdowns, that takes one away from Jordan Love, right? So that's why I have that there. And then Jared Goff, passing yards. This is the promo right here, so nothing too crazy there. Gibbs to get a touchdown. I think he's got 5 touchdowns in the last 5 games. He had 1 game where he had 0, and then 1 game where he had 2. So I like Gibbs to get a touchdown. I think that's good value there to get the 2.34 multiplier on this. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, Goff has been feeding him. This should be an easier one to hit. So yeah, this is just a nice little same game. This one's, I would say, do we have a massive advantage in this one? Not massive, but with the Goff promo, that gives us a huge advantage. And then with the reverse correlation, which I don't know if there's a word for that. They're not, I guess you just say they're not correlated. Having those, that's pretty solid. Or they are correlated. They're just inversely correlated, maybe. That's how you say it. So we have a little bit of value here. Not my favorite play, but man, it's going to be entertaining. Thursday morning, 11:30 a.m., $10 to win 175. Give you guys a little bit more ammo going into the rest of the day, going into Black Friday. I know you guys are shopping. I'm assuming y'all are all shopping on Black Friday, but maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe you're shopping on my VIP picks. You use the money to do that. So here is the next one. Jahmyr Gibbs, that's the promo. I mean, that should be easy money. He should be able to hit that in the first half. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build a Cowboys Commanders. Let's call them the Redskins. It's Thanksgiving. Let's call them the Redskins for one day. It's only right. Cowboys Redskins, rivalry game. Cowboys should kill them. Probably win by 2 touchdowns, I'd say. And I'm hoping that it's high scoring here. That's all I'm really hoping for. CeeDee Lamb gets back on track. He kind of had a crappy game last game. Dak Prescott with 1.5 touchdowns. Pollard with a touchdown. Here's the thinking here. I think the Cowboys are going to score a ton of points. If they score a ton of points, you got Pollard and Dak. That's 3 touchdowns right here. For this play to hit, 3 touchdowns have to happen, and CeeDee Lamb's going to get a ton of yards, right? If the Cowboys put up 21 or more points, what does that force Washington to do? It forces them to sling the rock around the field. Washington is the type of team where if they're down big, they're going to pass the ball. They pass the ball no matter what, but especially if the Cowboys go out and put 21 points. So what I've built here is I've said, hey, Cowboys score a ton of touchdowns. Pollard and Dak each get 3 combined touchdowns. Then I'm going to take Sam Howell to throw for 257 yards and his receivers to get a bunch of receptions. If Logan Thomas gets 5 receptions and McLaurin gets 4.5, or McLaurin, I always mispronounce his name, then Sam Howell has a really high chance of getting over 250 yards, right? So it's all tied together. We're building a story here, and we're envisioning how the game could go. Now, it could go a different way, but the beautiful thing about this play is it's $10 to win $528. If it goes a different way and it's a boring game, cool. I lost 10 bucks. It's not stopping me. It's not slowing me down in any way. But if it's a high-scoring shootout, which there's probably a 10% chance it will be, $10 to win $528. Massive win. That's the type of win that can put you in the green for the whole season. So this is the final play of my video, guys. Quick reminder, get Sleeper Fantasy. Use promo code Lambo. You can ride all these plays on Sleeper. And then shoot me a text message. Tonight, before I go to bed, I'm going to find my phone. It's by my nightstand, actually. For about an hour while my wife and I are watching YouTube. I just respond to everybody. So it's my business phone, but it's a personal cell phone just dedicated to this. And I reply to as many people as I possibly can, guys. And I'm thankful for y'all. So thank you for using my promo code. Just send me proof that you use my promo code. And I've got some big plays. Let me actually see what I got here. I should have uploaded the screenshot, but I didn't. So let me just pull them up. I've got a play that's 200 to win 3,300. That's a beautiful play. I'm looking at it right now. It's a college football play for Saturday, I think. And then I've got a play. I've got a Friday college football play that's 200 to win 3,200. I will give you both of those if you use my promo code on the Sleeper Fantasy app and text me. Let's get it, guys. Good vibes in here, man. Good energy. I love you guys so much. And, as always, I couldn't do this without y'all. If you have a friend that's into football and you want to get him into placing some bets, winning some money, watching football, send him my channel. Share my channel with your boys. Share it with your sports betting group chat. Let's grow this thing. We're up to 26,000 subscribers. We're not going to be stopped. I'm not going to let this train end. I'm not going to let this be stopped. I'm super motivated. Nobody's doing it like me. Nobody's feeding winners like I am. And, I couldn't do this without you guys. So thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Also, look out for more videos. I'm not done. I'm gonna upload another one tonight. So I'll see you guys in the next video.